in as though I don't want to take away from the program. I'm just going to short and tell you 3 things about him. 1, he loves football. Now I've never seen anybody play with 1 foot until I saw him. And trust me, he was moving on 1 foot. 2nd, he loves his family, especially his daughter. And sometimes seeing them together, it makes me almost wish that I want to have a daughter sometimes too. And 3, he loves working for the Lord. So much so that he is always willing to put the God's word ahead of himself. So much so that he chose to come here to present to us, despite not being his comfort zone. It's not his forte, but he doesn't say no to God. And so this morning I want to introduce to you the speaker for the hour from SDA, and his name is Redground. And I do hope that even though he is not the most enthusiastic when it comes to putting himself on the podium, he has heard the MC. But I know that God has a plan for him, and God will work through him. And so as he comes, I pray that his voice is not heard, but the Lord's voice will be heard. Brother Ryan Barrett.
Happy Sabbath, church. What an introduction. It is good when your friends can introduce you. You know, I never gave him anything. He just spoke from what he knew, and he was quite accurate. He was maybe too accurate. It is my first time preaching outside of Old Harbor SDA Church. So Redground SDA is my first, and I'm happy and privileged and humbled. I'm a little bit nervous, but don't worry yourself. God has something in store for us today. If it matters to you, it matters to the Master. Is a beautiful feeling. But before I get into it, I'm just going to ask the praise team to come and sing that song one more time. And as they sing, I want you to just think about the words. Think about all that you have been through and all that you have made it, or the amount of times God has been there for you. You know, a lot of people, that statement, I don't think a lot of people believe it. I don't think a lot of people understand it, but I hope that by the time you finish today, you will believe that statement wholeheartedly, and you will be stronger in your faith, knowing that what matters to you matters to the Master. That statement is so profound that honestly, if I believe that everyone in this room believes that, I could come down. I'm going to read that in the ears this afternoon. If it matters to you, it matters to the Master. I want everybody, I'm hoping that when I finish this afternoon, that everybody will leave out here with that understanding of that statement, and that every time something happens to you, you remember that if it matters to you, it matters to the Master. You see, because I don't know when I'm coming back to Redground, I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give you a sermon, I'm going to give you a testimony, I'm going to give you quotes, and if the Lord is I can't sing. But let us get into the message. So we're going to look at 3 stories today, and the first story is the woman with the issue of blood. Now, this can be found in Luke 8, verse 43. But I like the 2 verses before it, so we're going to start here and then bring it down. Now, Luke 8, verse 41 says, "And behold, there came a man named Jairus, and he was a ruler of the synagogue. And he fell down at Jesus' feet and besought him that he would come into his house. For he had one only daughter." And I love the story. It says he had one only daughter who was about 12 years of age, and she lay dying. Now, my daughter celebrated her 12th birthday in February, so I understand this message. I understand the urgency of the request that his 12-year-old daughter is dying. And I know that Jesus understood this request, so it was urgent that they made their way to Jairus' house to heal his daughter. But now we get to the woman with the issue of blood. Now, if you read all of chapter 8, Jesus was doing a lot of healing. It is in the same chapter that he cast out the legion of demons out of the man and put them into the swine. It is in the same chapter that he took the demon out of Mary, Magdalene. It is the same chapter. He does a lot of miracles. So everybody in the town was hearing about Jesus and the miracles, and everybody wanted a miracle. So crowd come down. But there was the woman with the issue of blood. Now, and the Bible says, "And a woman having an issue of blood for again 12 years, which had spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any." Now, I am a man, I don't really understand all the intricacies involved in bloodletting that woman experienced. But there are certain things that we know that happen. And every woman experiences it different. Some must have abdominal pains. Some have emotional flares, they cry, they're angry, they have all different types of emotions. Some of them, they release, they upchuck, and there's so many different situations that women go through during this period. Some of them, they lie on the floor because that's the only place they can find comfort. Some of them, She must be, I don't know, she must be going mad. Let us put it straight, she must be going mad. No, I don't know what you are going through. I don't know how long you're going through it. It may be a bad relationship, and no matter how much you try, no matter how much counseling, no matter how much you pray, no matter how much you fight, no matter how much you say let's work it out, still not working out. It may be a job situation, no matter how you do your best and you pray, you're not getting that promotion and then fighting you out of the job. It may be your own family, your family don't like it, there's just all this happening at home, and no matter what you do, it's just not solving. It could be 3 years, 4 years, maybe 12 years, I don't know. I don't know what you're going through. But if it matters to you, it matters to the master. Now this lady, she, after having this situation for 12 years, and she hears that Jesus is now in the town, is passing through, and everybody here about Jesus, a crowd is there, and as you said, she must be weak and frustrated, but her only hope, her last chance, her only solution is to see if Jesus can fix the problem. So she's there and Jesus is walking, remember in the urgency, you know, they need to get to Jairus' house, and I can imagine the disciples, you know, they come around him and they're pushing him and they say, oh, pushing away people, and they say, come here, we're on a mission, Jairus' daughter needs to be healed. And the crowd is there crying out, Jesus, Jesus, everybody wanted to heal him. Now there's this lady, and I'm imagining again she's supposed to be alone, so people know her situation, everybody in the community know that for 12 years she's been having this, so they're talking her. She's not supposed to be there, so we're crowded together. Come on, when COVID just come. You know? And I can imagine that when she saw it, and this is her last chance, she doesn't have any other solution, so she's pushing through. And I can imagine because everybody's pushing, everybody wants someone Jesus. She pushed and then push her back, maybe push her down a couple times. She pushing through, I don't know, you may be pushing through a situation and people are pushing you back. They're fighting against you, they're holding you down, they're talking about you, they're saying you're not getting this before me, whatever it is. But she was pushing through. And I can imagine she might have called out to Jesus, but because everybody calling out, everybody saying Jesus, 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 it might have not heard. So she decided to push through and stretch. And because there was so much crowd and everybody there, the only thing she caught was the hem of his garment. So, and when she touched the hem of his garment, Bible says she was immediately healed. So all of that she went through for 12 long years was immediately healed when she touched the hem of Jesus' garment. So what is my first quote for you today? You ready? Alright. Little bit of Jesus better than everything else. That is my first quote for you today. Little bit of Jesus better than everything else. Because she tried everything else. It says she spent all her life savings on all other solutions, all sort of experiences and nothing until she got a little bit of Jesus. No, that is not even the sweet part of the story. That is not even the sweet part of the story. When she touched him and she had her healing immediately, Jesus stopped and said, "Someone touched me." Now, the disciples were confused. They were like, "What? You see the crowd? You see how much I can imagine them pressing, and the disciples trying to keep them off." They said, "Somebody must touch you." A lot of people brushing against you. But Jesus said, "No, somebody touched me." out to Jesus, he will stop for you. Remember, Jesus was on his way to save Jairus' daughter. He was busy, he was on a mission. They were heading steadfast, going through the crowd, and this lady stretched out and touched him. Jesus felt her pain. He knew what she was going through. He knew the hurt that she was feeling, and he also felt her relief. And because of that, he had to stop. He had to stop because she reached out and touched him. When you're in a situation, when you're going through it and there's no solution, reach out to Jesus. He will, and I want to emphasize, he will stop for you. So, Jesus said, who touched me? When all the night, Peter and they that were with him said, Master, the multitude though, who touched me? Question sign. And Jesus said, someone hath touched me, for I perceive that virtue is gone out of me. They acknowledged the woman. And he said unto her, Daughter, be of good comfort, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace. When you reach out to Jesus, have faith that he will solve that situation. It doesn't matter what it is. Have faith that he will solve that situation. And after that situation is solved, go in peace. There's no sweeter peace than Jesus. There's no sweeter love, no sweeter joy than Jesus. So, some people might be saying, oh, it's a Bible story. It's how we know that it's true, how we know that it's real, It's just written there, we don't know if it's a part, we don't know, it's just a Bible story like any other Bible story. So let me give you something real, let me give you a testimony. 2019, when I started working and I had 2 jobs in 2019 and I say, yes, this is my year and I'm making my plans and I'm writing down what I'm going to do. I'm saying having 2 jobs 2019 and the comfort and the maneuver and everything, and I'm saying this is my year, let me do this. Came February 2020, I lost both of them. And I laughed. Come February 2020, I lost both of them. Due to COVID, and reduction in the business and stuff like that. And I said, God, I lack many things, but one thing I don't lack is faith. So these things don't necessarily bother me so much. And I said, God, well, you have to take care of me because you see the situation. And I want to tell you quickly that throughout 2020, my bank account did not hit 0. I was unemployed for the whole year, and my bank account did not hit 0. So, 2020, December of 2020, I remember I drew the last amount of money out of the account. 2020, December 2020, I drew the last amount of money out of the account. And I said, well, it is now. I left 14 cents in the account. I'm not forgetting, I left 14 cents into the account. And it came 2021, and I'm saying to myself, why, God, I appreciate that you carried me through 2020. You did your part, so clearly it's not my part to take out 2021. He brought me through 2020. Marco never has no matter how much I draw, more just keep going. I don't know where it comes from. And let me give you some additional information. In 2019, they picked my bag, took my bank card and some other documents, and when I went back to the bank to get them back, I was unable to see online banking and unable to see where money comes in my account. I can't see if I do it alone. So I have to go to the ATM in faith. And when I look back at it, I like that they picked my bag for a purpose. Because when God may put money in here, there's no way I can see where it's coming from. You know? And so 2021, I remember I left 14 cents in the account, and I prayed and I said, God, I want to go back to school. COVID and not working, so I might as well do something at the time. And I said, I want to go back to school. And so said, a flyer came, I applied to the school. They said, come for an interview, everything I went. And I'm telling you, I went to the interview. The interview was an Adventist lady, and it was so good. And I left the interview, she said, yeah man, you got through. And I'm walking high now and saying, yes, much of the interview. She even said, if it was a job, I would have hired you. So I said, yeah man, ready for this. So she gave me a piece of paper, went down to the administration office to collect some information, got my package, and then they asked the question, so where are you going to pay the school fee? Telling them I'm high, I don't remember nothing about school fee, don't remember nothing about that. And immediately with us, I was like, oh. And I remember, even though I was in my own mind, in my head and stuff, I remember they said to somebody who went before me, that you can pay later or something like that. So I said, so can I pay later? She said, yeah man, go to the finance office, they're going to give you the account number, you can pay later. And I said, good. Went out, got information, walking to the school halfway back, and I said, where am I going to get this money from? Remember, God brought me through 2020, no, 2021. Being that I was the school is in Kingston, being that I was in Kingston, I had some stuff to do for my church. So I told them, send me $2,000, I'll buy the stuff because I'm already in town. I'll buy the stuff and get them out of the way. So my elder sent $2,000, sent me the screenshot, he sent $2,000. Went to the ATM, standing up in the line, two persons in front of me, and I'm talking to Jesus. So I said, God, you know, so can just make a little extra in there. I wouldn't mind if a little extra would be in here. I've not been to the ATM since December 2020. I'm not about an ATM being disrespectful to me, And I know I need 14 cents in there. So I'm in the line and the two people are before me, they took a little time and I'm talking and I'm saying, God, just make a little extra now. And I'm saying to myself, I'm a kind of person I always calculate how much I'm going to draw before I'm going to the ATM. I don't like wasting time in the ATM. So I'm saying, should I just draw 2.5 and maybe just check if there's something in there? But I'm not about an ATM being disrespectful to me and telling me, say, you have insufficient balance to make this transaction. So I'm here and I said, you know what? 2007, draw 2000. Do not take any disrespect. I went and put in my card, I drawed the $2,000 and I took out the receipt. And when I got the receipt, I stood in the ATM for a while because I'm like, the receipt didn't make no sense. I'm looking at the receipt and I'm not seeing the 14 cents. So I'm saying, oh, MCB change up all the receipt set up because the number I'm looking at look like one transaction number, it look like some reference number, something. I'm saying, no man, MCB change up all the receipt. I had to call a friend and ask. MCB, you don't get an email, they don't send emails and they're making changes. I'm like, this number makes no sense. At one point, I asked myself, this is dyslexic because I'm seeing numbers that don't make no sense. Church, when I looked at the receipt, remember I left 14 cents. There was $76,664.14 in my account. Remember, there was $76,664.14 in my account. I went across the road, I bought the stuff for the church. Well, I ordered stuff for the church and they said it costs more than what the church gave me. I said, here's my card, take it off, just buy it. Listen, I want you to understand to the master. I want to tell you that throughout all of 2021, I went to the account and there was always money there. Even when I draw it out and it's empty and I go back, there's money in the account. Church, I don't think you understand. I'm saying to you that nobody around no owe me no money. Let me say it in a pattern. But every time I go to the account, there's money in there. Went through 2021. There was a time when I left $500 a year one time. I left $500 a year one time, and I invited my friend. I hardly get to leave with them. I invited my friend to a church. I invited my friend to a church from Redground, and we said we would go to a church to visit. And I said, because I invited him, I'm supposed to pay the fare, that's so it go. And I remember he came to church, and for the whole time I'm wondering, I'm like, no sir, how does that work? It's $600 to go to and from the church, but I had $500 in the account. Friend came and I said, alright, I'm going to go to the ATM, draw the $500 and we'll see it work. While I walk into the ATM, I said, God, that's something that nice, I'm telling you the truth, that's something right now, because my friend had fear, and I would have to make him $100 for his $600 to go. I'm coming and saying, I need inviting. So he can't, he just have a look away. Again, I went to him, and I told him, he knows, I'm the best friend, he knows about the situation, but sometimes people don't believe me. Because I don't even know myself. And I went to the ATM, in the line, to the whole time I'm talking to God, I said, God, just next to so anything. But again, I'm not taking any disrespect from the ATM. So I drew $500. I'm leaving there. I don't know when this is going to end. So I'm saying, to avoid the shame, draw the $500. Again, the receipt came. And when I got the receipt, I stepped back and I laughed. And I said, can you look here? There was $46,000 something dollars. And I'm like, this will me tell you? And he's like, Mom, but I'm saying to you that all I wanted to do was pay me my brethren fear for go out church. That's all I wanted, If it was $100 more, I would be happier. All I wanted to do was pay my brethren's fear to go to a church. But because it mattered to me, it mattered to the master. So going back into the Bible. Story of the paraplegic can be found in Luke 5, 17 to 26. Now, Jesus was again preaching. And anywhere Jesus is thrown by the devil. Jesus was again preaching Luke 5:17. And it came to pass on a certain day as he was teaching. Oh, by the way, 2022, still unemployed, that's 3 years. And money still coming in the account. Let me just put that there. If it matters to you, it matters to the master. And it came to pass on a certain day, as he was teaching, that there were Pharisees and doctors of the law visiting, by which were come out to every town of Galilee, and Judea, and Jerusalem, and Salem, and the power of the Lord was present to heal them. So, again, Jesus was at a house, and a lot of people were there from far and wide, come to either hear, criticize, whatever the reason is, they were there to Jesus. Now, there was this man, he was close by, but he was on a mat. He was paralyzed. He couldn't move. And again, I'm saying, being paralyzed must be so uncomfortable. You can't move. You can't do nothing for yourself. Frustrating. And I know before, I said, reach out to the Lord and He will stop for you. But this man could not reach out because Jesus was a distance away and he was paralyzed. No amount of reaching out would allow him to touch Jesus. Maybe something in your life is paralyzing you. Maybe something in your life, it's been so long that you don't even have the urge to reach out. The devil is telling you, say, it don't make no sense, you have sinned too much, you have done, you're not worthy. Jesus is not going to do anything for you, so it don't make sense you reach out. I can imagine that this man was saying the same thing to himself. I'm paralyzed, yes, Jesus is down the road, but what am I going to do? But he had some friends, and the friends, they must be friends. The friends knew that Jesus was in the town, and I can imagine the story that when the friends came and said, you know, Jesus is on the road, don't you want to see him, don't you want to heal him? The man said, no, but I've been like this maybe from birth, I don't know. And what kind of healing can I get now? What can happen now to me? I've been through this for so long, he might be saying, no, go out, look at what we can get, I'll stay here. But guess what the friends did? They lifted up the man by his bed and took him to where Jesus was. So, here's my next quote. You ready? Get you some action friends. They could have just said, alright, Pastor, we'll pray for you. We're going to tell you what Jesus said or do. But no, they were action friends and they lifted him and brought him to where Jesus was. Sometimes when you're paralyzed in your sin, in your sorrow, in your discomfort, you need some friends to lift you out of it. Not friends who are just going to say, oh, I'm going to pray for you and I hope you feel better. No, you need some friends who will come drag you out in the yard and say, put on your church clothes and come God church. You need some action friends. No, it's these friends. When they got to the house that Jesus was, it says, it's told that the house was so packed that people were sitting in the windows, there was no room, there was no way to get in. And these friends, they never turned back, they never said, why are we trying and that, why are we trying to bring you come, but the place pack up and there's no way to get you in. They climbed the roof, they climbed to the roof of the house with the man. So, and I'm a master guy, and I think about it, and I'm like, oh, because one man can do, so it takes at least 4 to 5, and the 5 are not in sync, and they have a rope, and I don't know. But they brought him to the top of the house. So my next quote is, get you some persistent friends that when they meet a roadblock, they don't just say, boy, I wouldn't try or eat that or, you know, when you try, what do you mean about that? Sometimes situations arise that you need to be persistent, you need to push through, you need to go beyond. So they brought him to the roof. Now on the roof, there's still more to do. They're on the roof, but there's a separation between the man and Jesus. And the roof is there. What did they do? Anybody know what they did? They ripped the roof open. They put it through a manual. So now one tile they took out, and now 2 they mash up the roof. So the next point is, you need some friends who will mash up the roof. You see, sometimes we have things in our life, even though we reach so close to Jesus, we have some things in our life that is separating us from Him still. And we need some friends, some of our friends, who, when they know that we're doing what we're not supposed to do, they call you out on it, they mash it up, they tell it to your face, they be honest. They don't sit down with it, there's a separation between the man and Jesus, and they mash it up. Whether he liked it or not, whether he was saying that to the dog or not, because they mashed it up. So whatever it is that is separating you from Jesus, we need some friends who will call us, because our friends know, our friends know. We need some friends who will mash up that roof. So they took out tiles, enough tiles to lay down a grown man through the sea. Jesus was in the midst of preaching and teaching to the Pharisees and the elders and everything. Just was in the middle of his sermon. And they let down the man right in front of Jesus. Interrupting sermon, they can't even interrupt Jesus' sermon. Jesus is teaching. But Jesus stopped what he was doing and attended to the man. My quote for you today is, you can drop in on Jesus unexpectedly. He will make time for you. You see, even if it's buck-ups to reach a church, even if you're passing church and you just stop it over here in the sermon, maybe you click a link that you never meant to click, maybe somebody invited to church, wherever, it doesn't matter, maybe somebody said their voice note, or you get a quote of the day or something you may not have intended, because the layman he did not intend to be at the feet of Jesus, but he was there, and Jesus made time for him. Now, after Jesus told him that, and when they could not find by what they might bring him, because of the multitude, they went up to the housetop, let him down through the tiling with his couch into the midst before Jesus. And when he saw their faith, he said unto him, Man, thy sins are forgiven. You see, we need some friends in our life who their faith in our healing is strong enough for us, because sometimes we don't believe ourselves, but we need some friends who are praying for us, some friends who are saying you can do this, who are encouraging you, who are motivating you, even when you can't do it yourself. Now, the story tells us the scribes and the Pharisees began to reason, saying, Who is this man to speak blasphemy and tell him that the man is forgiven? And Jesus took it a step further and said, But when Jesus perceived their thoughts, he answered and said unto them, What reason ye in your hearts? Whatever is easier, to say, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Rise up and walk. And Jesus told the man to rise up and walk. He took up his bed for the first time and walked out of that situation. Your cares matter to the Master. It doesn't matter even how we reach to Jesus' feet. Your cares matter to the Master. I want you to get that to your head today. Your cares matter to the Master. So I told you, I went through the Bible, and I kind of went to a big testimony, went to the Bible again, and people might be saying, it's only big things, clearly, it's only these huge situations that things matter to the Master. It's always big miracles. Now, I'm going to share something. And I just want you to understand where I'm getting at. And when I say you, I want to know, the theme should have been my cares. Because you see, everybody's cares is different. And what you care about may not be the same thing I care about. But the important thing is that it matters to the master. Now, this is very small, very minute, but it mattered to me and it mattered to the master. Here's a quick testimony. So, and I'm asking you to understand the context. So, I had 2 interviews scheduled, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday. Now on the Wednesday, my favorite football team had a match to play. And I'm saying, alright, how am I going to make this work? I don't want to watch the match, and I want to go to the 2 interviews. And on Tuesday, the Tuesday interview cancelled and shifted to the Wednesday. So now I have 2 interviews on the Wednesday, and I want to watch the match. And I'm saying, based on the time schedule and everything, there's no way I can, after I plan out Tuesday and Wednesday and everything, something happened and the interview was shifted to Wednesday. And I prayed, I said, God, you know, God, you know that I want to watch this match. And set out that despite all that, there's no way that I could watch it, The first interview was scheduled for 12, and then the other one said you can come anytime before 5. So I said, alright, put on your clothes, I'm just watch how the day goes. Went to the 12 o'clock interview, there was some delay for some reason, I don't remember, there was some delay, and the interview never started till about 12:45, and I'm saying, you can. After I could have maybe tried something, the delay made it even worse. 12:45, and they started the interview, apparently the internet went away and the interview is ending. But they came in the room and said, I have to wait, the interview will start and come back. So there's more delay. Again, and I'm sitting and I'm sweating and I'm like, but the day needs to happen, I need to figure out how I'm going to make all of this work. The interview came back about 1:30 and we completed the interview ended at 2. And I said, well, it's called that the match is 3, there's no way we can do all that we need to do and make it back. I got up from around the computer, a virtual interview, so I was home, got up from around the computer, virtual interview. By the time I left my room to the door to exit my house, let me say it in patois. Peace of real start far. And when we sang, it was one of those days when videos go around of places flooding. When we saw peace of real start fall, I called the place and I said, it is not possible for me to come in at this time. And I went in my room and I watched the match and I was pleased and I praised God. What am I trying to say to you today? That might not matter to you, but it mattered to me, so it mattered to the master. It doesn't matter if it is big or if it is small. People might see it as insignificant. The only thing that it needs to do is matter to you, and it will matter to the master. He knows our heart, he knows our pains, he knows what we're going through, and he cares. So wrapping up now with the final story, wrapping up now. The story of Lazarus, found in St. John 11. Now we all know the story of Lazarus. Lazarus died, and Jesus was out of town. And you see, the wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. And Lazarus died, and Jesus was out of town, and they sent to call him and said, Jesus, Lazarus is sick. They called him from when he was sick, and Jesus was Jesus was unable to make it back in time and he died. And the disciples said, when Jesus decided to go, the disciples said, it doesn't make any sense, just where you're going, he's dead. He's dead, there's no point, he's dead. The wages of sin is death. Some of us, our sins have us as good as dead. Some of us, we have sinned so much, it feels like we're walking dead. We have sinned so much, it's like, it don't make no sense. And others are saying it too. Maybe the elders of the church are saying, no matter waste no time for Rashid, no matter waste no time for him, gone. There's no coming back. On his way to see Lazarus, Mary and Martha, one crying, one cursing. Maybe your own family members saying, it don't make no sense. They're lost in sin. Why waste our time? Why invite them to church? Why pray with them? Why try with them? See, you have members of the church saying it. You have your own family members saying it. But Jesus was coming anyways because he knew what he could do. When Jesus made it to the tomb, again, there was separation between Jesus and Lazarus. And he ordered them to roll the stone away. Whatever is separating you from Jesus, roll that stone away. Whatever relationship, roll that stone away. Whatever sin, whatever action, whatever circumstance, roll that stone away. Jesus wept when he heard that Lazarus is dead. Lazarus was Jesus' friend, and he knew that he lost a friend. He knew the pain of the sisters and those in the community. Jesus knows your pain, and he's crying for you because you're lost in sin. As a parent, I know what it feels like when your child did something wrong and you just feel your belly turn. Only parents understand that. And then I looked at myself and I said, but if me feel like this, could not sleep. Can you imagine what Jesus is going through? When we sin daily, when we forsake him, when we choose to do the wrong, even though he is calling us. When they roll the stone away, they move the separation between Lazarus and Jesus. Jesus said, Lazarus, come forth. Call him by name. I'm telling you today that Jesus is calling you by your name. He's not saying young lady, he's not saying young man, he's calling you by your name. Come forth. What is Jesus offering? Life evermore. There's no sweeter peace, there's no sweeter joy, there's nothing better than Jesus, and he is calling your name today. No matter what you've been going through, no matter how long you've been going through it, Jesus is calling your name. You feel sad, Jesus is the answer. You feel pain, Jesus is the answer. You don't have any money, Jesus is the answer. You want a promotion, Jesus is the answer. You want a relationship, Jesus is the answer. Your cares matter to the Master. And I'm hoping that after you have heard this sermon, that you get a better understanding that again, no matter how big or how small, the only thing it needs to do is matter to you, and it matters to the Master. I'm going to call the elder to do the closing prayer, to pray for all those who heard the sermon today. I'm hoping that when you look back at all the times that you have been in pain and been searching for in the wrong places, I hope that you understand that your cares matter to the Master. I wish I could help somebody understand. I wish I could help somebody understand. You know, and it is so funny that this is the topic for today, because throughout the week I felt a yearning within me. And something said, pray for people. Throughout this week I just pray for people. Something said, pray for people. And I put on my status that, hey, I'm going to pray at 9 o'clock. If you want some prayer, put up your hand. And in my head I'm saying, I'm doing my regular morning worship, but in my head I'm saying, you know, maybe like a one message or two message, somebody, more than two people might reach out to me. My phone blew up. It was message after message after message after message. Person who wanted prayer. Young people, old people. And somebody never just put up their hands, somebody shared their cares, and I'm like, wow. I want to tell you that even in the night, people message me, when you're praying in the morning, this is my phone just blew up, and I'm telling them, even one day I forget to post the prayer at 12, and somebody message me, is there any prayer at 12? I need you to pray. And I'm like, and it was heavy. I'm telling you, some people told me some things. And it is clear that a lot of us are hurting. It is clear that a lot of us are looking for a solution, but we're looking in the wrong places. Your cares matter to the Master. What I'm saying to you today, reach out and touch the Lord. Reach out and touch the Lord. There's no better solution. No matter where you turn, no matter what you do, if it's not Jesus, it's not going to work. If it's not Jesus, it's not going to work. I would love if I could get that song as Ella comes up. Reach out and touch the Lord. And